One. Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies. We're Nerdist, the New Bully. I'm your host, Leroy, with my co-host.
This is Eli.
Yep, and we're back for another episode. And last week was a kind of a very special episode, like Saved by the Bell and stuff like that. So this episode, we're going to make it a little more lively, a little
They're
more
all special.
They're all
Everyone's
special. Yeah, participation reward for everybody. But this week we're gonna be a little bit more fun, a little bit more upbeat, and we're gonna start off with something fun, Eli. We're gonna start off with funerals.
Oh yeah,
Because we had two this weekend, two big ones. Of course, Aretha Franklin, who passed like 2 weeks ago. They finally had her funeral this weekend, and the day after, of course, Senator John McCain had his funeral. So, Eli, which was your favorite?
Damn, I feel totally out of the loop. I didn't watch any of the funerals.
But you don't have your finger on the pulse?
I'm sorry, man. Funerals just aren't my thing, man. Not a fan of funerals, man.
and I understand that. Like I said, John McCain had a traditional political funeral. He had a bunch of politicians there. But Aretha Franklin's funeral wasn't really a funeral. It was more like a concert.
I guess.
They said it was like 6 hours long. She had like 3 preachers there, had acts there, people speaking there, just acts there. Every president,
like strippers were there, getting groped and shit. Like, damn, yeah, I heard it was like a party.
Yeah, it was not your typical funeral. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, I joked about it 2 weeks ago about Ariana Grande being at the funeral singing. Turns out, she was like personally requested by Aretha Franklin's family to be there.
Oh, really?
So when I was a joke, it was actually serious. So yes, Ariana Grande was there. It was a bunch of other singers there also. You had I can't remember. Ariana Grande was there. That's all I know. All I know is that Bill Clinton was asleep through like 4 hours of the funeral. But then when Ariana Grande started performing, all of a sudden he started waking up.
I've seen some memes. Yeah, I've seen.
There are plenty of memes about that. Basically, Bill Clinton being Bill Clinton. So that's what happens again. And of course, Ariana Grande showed up. A lot of people criticized her about her attire that she had. Yes, you wear all black in the funeral. Some people said that the skirt was a little bit too short, much skin. Let's be honest. This was a concert. This wasn't, church, regular church. And if it was regular church, come as you are. That's what they say in somewhere. I don't know.
That's what they say.
That's what they say. But then when you wear whatever you want to wear, then they talk about you.
Oh yeah, man! Don't show up next week.
Right.
If you don't wear the right thing.
Right. So it's not come as you are, So she came as she was, come as you are. That's how she came. And apparently, when the pastor, congratulated her for singing afterwards, she walked up to the pastor, and the pastor first he made a joke about her name, saying her name sounds like something off the Taco Bell menu. Then he groped her. It was kind of really uncomfortable even looking at the pictures of it. But it's really uncomfortable if you watch the actual video where basically he wrapped her hand around the small of her waist, like right above like the breast size, stuff like that, and stuff you really aren't supposed to do in 2008 in the Me Too movement. I guess he didn't get the memo. So yeah, so he got a lot of backlash for that. He had to come out with an apology, but it was kind of like a half-assed apology. He was like, well, if she felt bad about it, I'm sorry. It's not really an apology, but whatever. But
now, has she come out and said anything? Or
she hasn't said anything, but the look on her face, you could look at her on the video and tell she was very uncomfortable with him. But I don't think she made if she had made a public statement, I didn't see anything. But like I said, you can tell she wasn't, she wasn't on board with the groping, because basically that's even just looking at the picture, it looks uncomfortable. Like, you can't do that nowadays, man. That's not like, you're supposed to give like a church side hug, not wrap your arm around her and hang on to her while you talking to her. That's maybe you shouldn't do that. But Eli, let's wrap this around to make it some nerd shit.
Okay.
Let's put the piece together, because I've been looking like I want to talk about this, but how do I talk about it and give it a nerd angle to it? And then like serendipity, it popped out of nowhere, like from the heavens. Oh.
She was rogue and sucks his life force out when she groped her.
Not quite, but that would have been awesome.
Like he started turning white and like just turned to ash or something.
That would have been awesome. But actually, what happened, like I said, I was just perusing Twitter one day, and I saw Mike Coulter on Twitter. For those that don't know Mike Coulter, yeah, Mike Coulter is the actor that plays Luke Cage on this show named Luke Cage. So he saw it, and I don't have the tweet in front of me right now. It's something like, "That's how you shoot your shot," or something. Is that what he said, Eli?
Oh damn it! What did he say? What did he say? I just had this up.
Let me. I don't want to misquote Luke Cage.
Luke Cage. Now this is how you shoot your shot. 0 fucks, and then like emojis with crying emojis.
Yeah. So
the footage of him putting his arm around.
Right. So yeah, maybe not the best tweet to put around there. So of course he got under, scrutiny for saying something like that, saying that's not how you shoot your shot. There's not 0 fucks given. And he was kind of being insensitive in the Me Too movement. So of course he got attacked for that. He had to delete the tweet. He had to apologize. He didn't even go to the funeral. But that's the world we live in nowadays.
Can't say shit, man.
You can't say shit. And he deleted it. But it didn't fucking matter because everybody retweeted it anyway. So it's like even deleting stuff doesn't even matter anymore. So yeah, he's under fire. So yeah, get ready for Luke Cage season 3 starring Terry Crews. So, that's coming. Moving past that, let's move on. Eli, I listened to some music this weekend.
I bet you did. I bet a lot of people did.
A lot of the people did. Like I said, I was just listening to Spotify and, just going about my business, stuff like that. And all of a sudden I heard Eminem pull the Beyonce. For those that don't know what a Beyonce is, Beyonce has this knack of just dropping albums out of nowhere and just setting the internet on fire and people going crazy over it. So Eminem did the same thing. Just dropped the album out of nowhere. Just called Kamikaze. No promotion, no rollout, anything like that. You just look on Spotify and bam, it's right there. So I listened to it and I thought it was really, really good. I think it's one of his better albums. Definitely one of the best albums he made this decade, easily.
Really?
Yeah.
This decade?
I mean,
I see. I'm not a big fan of Eminem. So I'm trying to think of like.
That's why I say this decade, because
like this has been a long decade. Like we're almost done with this decade.
We're almost done with this decade. We're almost on the next one. So,
holy shit.
So, but that's what I was gonna say, because Eminem has been rapping for what, over 20 years?
Yeah, that's been a while.
He is, and the reason we talk about, like I said, we don't talk about a whole lot of rap on here, but of course we do have to talk about the number 1 selling rap artist of all time. I mean, he's in top 10 best-selling artists of all time. Matter of fact, interesting fun fact. Through the 2000 decade, last decade, to 2000 to 2009, Eminem was the best-selling artist, dead or alive, of that decade. So he was a pretty big deal back then. But of course,
I do remember.
Yeah, everybody remembers, But like I said, this is a new decade, and the quality of his work hasn't been quite as well received as it has been in the last decade. A lot of people were saying, he was the best rapper at the time. Nobody's really putting him in that list nowadays. His last album, he made an album last year. I don't think we talked about it last year, or we may have, called Revival. And honestly, I thought the album sucked. I thought it was garbage. So this album.
Okay. Is that what he was talking about? Because I heard one of the songs. Okay. Oh, well, I'll let you go on.
Okay. We're probably going to end up talking about the same thing. But yeah. So on this album, he's dissing a lot of like bloggers and media people and podcasters that that shitted on his last album, that said they was over their heads and they didn't get a lot of the stuff. So technically Eminem made a diss song about me, kinda.
I guess. You take it personal.
I'll take it personal.
Are we gonna roast his ass now?
I mean, I should. I'm gonna let him slide this one time. Because I understand he was emotional about it when he made it. However, Eminem, you do that shit again. Eli and I are giving you one warning. That's it. We'll let you get this one. So,
are we going to record a song, or we're just going to talk shit?
We might do both. I don't know. We might record and do the song at the same time and talk shit and just upload it. And just watch it go viral.
Us talking shit to a beat?
Right. So that's the thing. Eminem actually made it really, and the thing is, what I'm thinking, like, Eminem, you made a shit album last time. You made a really good album this time. Why didn't you just do that last time and there wouldn't have been an issue? Obviously, you know how to make a good album. You made them, 20 years ago. You just made one now. So don't say this shit is over our head when you make a shit album. You obviously know the difference.
Now his last album, because I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a big fan. What was the last album like?
Okay,
Like,
I'll tell you what the last.
Where
album
was he in his life?
Okay, I will tell you what the last album was, and I'll tell you why the last album sucked. Eminem on the last album was woke.
Oh, okay.
That's the problem.
Now, how long ago? Because remember, didn't he do that freestyle about Trump? And he got
did
a
the
bunch
freestyle about Trump.
Yeah, and
like I said, he was woke.
That wasn't on the album, or that was just something?
That wasn't on the album, but he did say certain stuff about Trump on the album. He did have a couple songs about Trump on the album, but it wasn't just that he was woke. He was talking about Black Lives Matter. He even had a song on there where he was putting himself in the shoes of a black man being harassed by police. And it was honestly, me as a black man, was kind of hard to listen to. That's just me. That's one thing. That's one thing. Another thing, the album felt too poppy. Like too pop music. Because he had Kalani and Pink and Alicia Keys and Beyonce. He had Beyonce on the album, and it was the worst fucking song on the album. How do you fuck up a song with Beyonce? That's another fucking thing he had. So way too many features on there. Way too many bad songs on there. Just terrible hooks, terrible lyrics, terrible flow. It was just like, man, he's really he's not Eminem anymore. He just felt like something else. So I don't know. That album sucked.
He was trying to be all unity on the last one.
Right.
And now he's mad on this one.
Now he's mad on this one because it backfired on him. And honestly,
is that why it's good though? Is because he's pissed off and he's like.
I say that's one of the reasons because he's dissing a lot of people in it, not just me and you, Eli, also. But he dissing a lot of people on there. He's dissing another rappers, a lot of new age rappers are out right now. Dissing a lot of mainstream, bloggers and things like that. Taking a lot of shots at a lot of people. And here's the thing I don't like about Eminem dissing young rappers. Okay. For one thing, let's put this in perspective. Eminem is what, 45, 46, something like that?
Something like that.
He's old. He doesn't look it, black don't crack, whatever, But at the same time, the rappers that he's dissing are 18, 19, something like that. It's a generational gap. I understand that you don't listen to music. I don't listen to music. I think the music sucks and shit like that, but I'm not. But at the same time, I'm in the mind frame of if I don't like it, I'm just not going to listen to it. There's no reason for me to talk shit about these 18 and 19-year-olds because they don't know any better. The music that they're making isn't for me. If I'm sitting here listening to Little Person and
Little
Smoke,
person.
Whatever the name is, I shouldn't be listening to the same stuff that an 18 or 19-year-old teenager should be listening to.
Damn, how many words rhyme with titties?
Right. He just rhymed titties with titties, Just
What's that song? I heard some song about vagina in China or some shit. I was like,
right.
Oh, damn.
So that's my thing. So yeah, that's one reason I think the songs are just better. He has a much better flow. He has content on the song. Like the songs are varied on there. He has a song in there where he's talking about his old group D12. He's apologizing to them. Meanwhile, holding them to task on why they didn't make it. It's not all his fault. He has another song on there with he has better features on here for one reason. No Beyonce, no Kalani. He has this artist named I forgot his name. Joyner Lucas. Joyner Lucas' name. Really, he made a lot of noise last year. He had a really popular song. I think it's called "I Might Be a Racist" or "You're Not a Racist." I'm not a racist.
Is that one white guy or whatever?
No, he's black. That's the thing. Everybody thinks he's a white guy. He's black.
Oh, but okay. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of something. I thought it was that one where the white guy rapped and then the black guy rapped.
Right.
Is that one?
That's the song. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the guy. But he's black. But everybody thought that the guy in the they thought he was white because the guy in the video was rapping, but it wasn't him rapping. It was just an actor.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, he was rapping against Eminem, and like I said, these two lyrically probably the top, and they're really going at it back and forth. A lot of people are gonna debate on did Joyner Lucas out rhyme Eminem on this song. The Eminem out rhyme Joyner Lucas. They're gonna be able to do that, but they kind of missed the context of the song. Joyner Lucas is an up and coming rapper, and he's basically saying how he wished he was in Eminem's shoes, wish he had all the success and all the Grammy stuff like that. And Eminem's verse is basically saying, you really be careful what you wish for. You don't really want this stuff, and you tell them why it's bad on this side, on the outside looking in. I thought it was a really, really interesting song, and there's a bunch of other songs in there too. So it's a really good. I mean, it does kind of taper off at the end, but the beginning of it is so strong. It's like, man, this is the album that I needed, especially for Eminem. Finally, Eminem is rapping like Eminem again.
Okay.
Last thing I'm gonna say about this, that the last song on it is actually a bonus song. It's the soundtrack to the Venom movie.
Yeah, I heard a clip from that.
Yeah.
I didn't hear the whole song. I couldn't find the whole song. I can only hear the clip.
It's on the album. Yeah, it's on the album. You just listen to it then.
That's the thing is I didn't buy the album, so I was like trying to find a stream of it, and I couldn't find like any streams.
Spotify is free.
I don't have any Spotify. Do I have Spotify?
Just download it.
I got SoundCloud. What the fuck do I have SoundCloud?
SoundCloud? Why the hell you got SoundCloud? Who got SoundCloud in
I don't know.
2018?
Probably fucking band. I listen to fucking metal bands no one ever heard of.
That is true. That is true. SoundCloud is good for that.
And then I just have it on side. I don't know. Which is weird because I thought we did that fucking Outright Geekery did the Dark Knight's Metal list on Spotify. Why the fuck didn't I got Spotify? For some reason, I can't find Spotify on my phone.
Yeah, you should download Spotify. Wait, first off, what kind of phone do you have?
I got an Android.
Yeah, you're perfect because it actually runs better on Android than it does on iPhone. It has issues on iPhone, like you only play it in shuffle. On Android, you can play the album straight through. Now you're gonna get commercials and stuff.
I could have sworn I had Spotify because, like I said, I was listening to that because we had that thing that I don't know.
Did you contribute to the metal playlist?
I did. I did. That playlist.
Yeah, the one where I said
playlist.
the Dark Knight Metal sounds metal.
Yeah. For some reason, unless it's
I don't know. I
something
listened
else.
to that playlist. The metal songs in my head didn't match it with their playlist. I don't know. Maybe I should have contributed to that metal playlist.
Oh, there was a bunch of people who like contributed yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you can't do that. You gotta have one person curating that stuff because if you don't, you're just gonna get this mismatch. It's like having 3 DJs at a party. It doesn't work.
I was like, why is this song on here? It's like me. I put like thought and effort into the songs I chose. I was like, okay, this is gonna be about that. And this is gonna be about this. And I tried to go through all the different genres. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe we should quit talking shit about Outright Geekery for 5 minutes before Ryan shut down another podcast of ours.
Oh yeah, so back to Eminem. Yeah,
right.
I didn't get to hear the album, but like I said, I'm not a big fan of his. I mean, I'll give him that he's got skills. You know what I mean? And he can he's really good at cramming 1,000 syllables into a 4-count bar.
Right. And I'll be the first to admit that just because you can rhyme indubitably with 10 different words doesn't make a good song.
I mean, I'll give him the skills. I just was never. I mean, there's been a few jams here and there that I thought were like Mosh and the Toy Soldier song, and I thought was kind of profound, which is weird because that was about squashing beef, and now that I hear him, you're talking about how he's fucking lashing out at everybody now. It's like, what about Toy Soldiers, Em?
Right. So yeah, I'm just glad that Eminem's back. That's all, and he's not doing any of the weird shit he was doing like a couple years ago. It's back to classic underground rap. That's what it feels like. It feels like last year was pop music rap. This is underground shit. The shit you would find on SoundCloud.
The turn of the boom bap.
Right. So yeah, can we move past that?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Now we can talk about the box office. We can talk about the numbers about what happened, and we can. What we have here. Eli, give it to me. What was number 1?
Is it the Rich Asians again?
It is the Rich Asians, the motion picture.
Best picture.
They are hanging in there. And matter of fact, it was like, okay, so the Crazy Rich Asians, you already know the number 2 was going to be the Meg. Crazy Rich Asians doubled the Meg.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so it's...
Was it 3rd week out?
I'm trying to think. I think Crazy Rich Asians is in the third week. Meg is in the fourth week. So, but still, for it to be those numbers, yeah, I think they said the movie had like a 6% drop off or something, like something insane. Like whatever it did last week, it almost made the same amount of money this week, which never happens, in the box office. Let's talk about the Meg for a second. Now, Eli, we got to bring it up. It's all over the news. The Meg,
Oh, okay.
yeah, the Meg has passed Solo at the box office. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you want to
A
play
lot of movies have passed Solo.
right. That's what I was gonna ask you before we go forward with this. How do you want to play this? Do you wanna praise the Meg on this, or are we gonna shit on Star Wars again?
Well, we can do both. I knew the Meg was going to do good because it was. I called that shit when we were talking about the box office. What was it called? Battle Skite or whatever the fuck we were doing a couple months ago. Remember?
Funky,
Yeah.
Donkey.
Yeah, the box office bullshit
Yeah,
or whatever the fuck.
Lumpapalooza. Oh, that shit. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that shit we were doing. And I said, and we were making summer prediction, and I said the Meg was probably going to do good because it was co-financed by, like, Chinese film studios.
And plus
China, yeah.
And plus, it's a shark movie.
Yeah, so it was geared.
Movies,
yeah,
so.
It was geared towards like making a lot of money. They were putting a lot into it. China was behind it, and so I'm not surprised that the Meg is doing good.
And so yeah.
And then Solo, yeah, Solo wasn't that good of a movie. It was okay.
Look, Solo is my favorite Disney Star Wars movie.
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
it's my favorite one. It's the only one that I can think I can go back and rewatch again. Rogue One, I fall asleep on it too much. I'm not gonna talk about Last Jedi. The Force Awakens, I'm just like, after I saw it once, it's just like that. The nostalgia just doesn't hold up. But Solo, it felt different. It felt different, and I could watch it. Not saying it's the best movie of all time. Not saying it's my favorite Star Wars movie of all time. I'm just saying that out of the Disney movies, I was like, okay, if they make more movies like this, I'll be on board with it because I'm not really on board with the Disney movies right now.
Yeah, well, that's my least favorite one. But I'm not saying I didn't like it. I still liked it. So, I thought it was fine. I just didn't think it was that great. But I can understand how people aren't into it. You know what I mean? And of course, we had the, people are still pissed off. Still pissed off.
Oh yeah, people were boycotting it. We know.
Yeah, I can't.
Let me ask you, what the hell is Soylo?
Soylo?
Yeah, I've seen that on Twitter also. The people that are boycotting it, they're saying boycott Soylo.
I have no idea.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's something. I don't know. We'll talk about it later on. But yeah.
Is that? I was about to say a bad joke, but I ain't gonna go.
Right. Let's not get shut down. Let's not get me too'd also. So yeah, next what else we got? Mission Impossible Fallout still hanging in there, pretty cool. Okay, number 4, Operation Finale.
Oh, that's that Nazi movie. It's about they're going after the Nazis. They're hunting down the Nazis that went in hiding after World War II. It's got Oscar Isaacs. I heard it's supposed to be good.
So it's like Inglorious Bastards.
Kinda, only like after or like Boys from Brazil or something like that, or Munich. Well, Munich was about kind of like Munich, where like the Jews are going around hunting down ex-Nazis. So
I heard, and I don't know if this is true or not. I heard the group of team, like the real life group of folks that were going around hunting Nazis after World War II, were named the Avengers.
Really?
That's what I heard. So it makes you wonder, since Jack Kirby and Stan Lee are both Jewish, did they throw that in there on purpose?
Were they shoving an agenda down everybody's throat?
Oh no! Boycott the Avengers. Oh yeah, what's number 5? Number 5, Searching. I heard a lot of stuff about this movie.
Oh yeah, it's another horror flick.
It's another horror flick. It's like filmed on a desktop or something.
Yeah, it sounds like that. There was like a movie a year or two ago. I think it's called Unfriended. My kid watched it and thought it was good. I didn't watch it, but yeah, it was shot like on a computer, like Skype. It was shot like over Skype.
Right.
And,
so like we used to have found footage back in the 90s, like found footage from like Blair Witch. Now
Yeah.
they're doing this Skype horror or something, you know.
Yeah, no, it's yeah, desktop
Yeah,
image.
it's desktop horror. Yeah, it's a genre now.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So number 6 we have Disney Christopher Robin. It's just always just sitting right there, no higher, no lower. Number 7 Alpha. Number 8 The Happy Time Murders. Number 9 The Black KKK Landsman. Number
Oh,
10, yeah, Mile 22. Yeah, you weren't expecting Black Klansman to be a blockbuster, but hopefully towards Academy season, it might sneak something in.
yeah.
I don't know. They kind of screw over Spike Lee at those academies a lot of times.
Well, Anthony, my fellow Geek Savs co-host, saw it twice because he's on tour right now. That's why I haven't been recording with them. And he's like, "Dude, you see the last Black Klansman yet?" I'm like, "No." "Oh man, you gotta see it. I seen it twice." I was like, "Really?" "Yeah, man, it's dope. It's my favorite Spike Lee movie." I'm like, "Really? Okay." So I'm sure he's gonna want to talk about it like when he gets back next
Hey, tell them to spoil everything on it. Just go nuts. Fuck it.
week. Yeah, I was like, okay. So
I don't know.
I
So
don't know.
yeah, moving past that, we can talk about shit. What can we talk about? Oh yeah. Okay, Eli, I am paid up.
Oh,
I am
yeah?
paid up on my DC universe.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
That that actually dropped.
not yet. It hasn't dropped yet. It drops
Oh,
on. They have given a date when it drops. It drops on September 15th, which is also Batman Day. So I guess that's a thing.
oh, yeah, Batman Day. Is it really? It's usually like on the 20th something.
Yeah, because it was like last year was Harley Quinn Day. I remember because we did a podcast on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was Harley Quinn Day last year, like on the 23rd. But I guess they just do Batman Day whenever they feel like it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was like, hey, we got your money. Now we can just drop this whenever we want to. So, yeah, I went ahead and did it now. I went ahead and pre-ordered because I got the 3 extra months with it. So if you space it out, even though that $75 did kind of hurt my pockets right now, I get 3 extra months with it. So it's taking like $5 a month. So I can justify that. Kevin Smith did like this whole like live cast and stuff like that. He had hosts on there, stuff like that. And of course, with the chat stream was all saying, release the Snyder Cut. That's all it was. Like fanboys, give this shit up. They're not gonna do it. That shit got so bad with Snyder Cut when Warner Brothers, no, when AT&T bought Warner Brothers, they started harassing AT&T to release a Snyder Cut.
Yeah, that's pretty dumb.
That's pretty dumb. That's fanboys for you. Anyway,
The Snyder Cut's called the first trailer.
right. Just watch that and just be happy with it.
Yeah.
So like I said, they gave some details about what's going to happen. We already knew a lot about this stuff. We knew they were going to have TV shows and movies and comics. They had Greg Capullo, showing it on his TV, his 50-inch TV, and he was showing it on his smartphone, and it was, zooming out. It's just like Marvel Unlimited and Comixology, zooming in and stuff like that. Nothing fancy.
Oh, like the smart panel or whatever.
Yeah, it was doing all this stuff too. Like I said, when I get, I'm gonna play with it. They said it's gonna be 2,500 curated comics on release when it gets there. But
Okay.
Kevin Smith also said, like I think like a few months down the road, like maybe 2 or 3 months down the road, they're gonna dump like 10,000 on there after that.
Okay.
So just keep going. So sounds pretty good from there. The TV show is gonna have on there. We already know about the TV show it's gonna have. One, they're gonna have Batman the Animated Series, and it's gonna be remastered. So like everybody's making a big deal about it being remastered. It's coming out, so it's gonna be remastered on DC Universe also, and also Wonder Woman TV show with Linda Carter will also be on there, and also remastered for the first time.
Remastered. So
Yeah.
we'll get to see her zits and pimples and shit.
Yeah, I just want to see it run. That's all. In slow mo.
Yeah. That's how I've been noticed. Like, I'll buy like an HD version of an old '80s flick, and like, god damn, I don't remember this motherfucker having a big giant zit on the middle of his forehead back when I was little.
Yeah, I know a lot of actors hate that HD shit. They were like, no, don't do me. You don't do that. So, what else do we have? What else do we have? Not a whole lot. I guess we can move to the video game section.
Sure.
Yeah, actually, I got a lot to talk about in the video game section. Let's start with, okay, let's do a follow-up from last week. Like I said, we were pretty heavy last week on topics, but I just want to follow up with that same subject. Like I said, we had and I hate to do this in the middle of the episode, but yeah, like I said, we had the Madden, tournament shooting last week, and we got some more information about it, that it wasn't 4 people that were shot there. It was only 2. I hate to say only, but it was 2 people that died plus the self-inflicted gun wound there. So since it was a EA event, Electronic Arts actually decided to give $1 million to the survivors or to the cause or something. I'm not really sure where they're going with this, but that's what they're doing. So they're giving $1 million to the cause. A lot of people saying that's a good thing for them, and they didn't have to do that. And Eli, I disagree. I think EA did have to do something. Now, people saying they didn't do enough because it's $1 billion company. What's $1 million? Hey, $1 million is $1 million at the end of the day, you know. And I think part of this was damage control on their part because, you know, people died at an event that they sponsored and hosted. So, yeah, you can say this is a PR nightmare. So getting in front of this kind of, you know, at least takes care of the victims in the situation. Because a lot of them did have hospital bills. You did have people flying in, you know, helping them and, you know, just for the families, hoping that will ease everything along. So
victims of crime hardly ever get anything.
Yeah,
Ever.
so glad they did something with that because at the end of the day, the families could have sued EA for this. You know, people saying they couldn't have because it wasn't EA's fault. They could have sued them for lack of security, if anything.
Yeah.
You know, for somebody not being there to stop that. But you know, no more troubles in EA's situation is that their stock is plummeting, not because of that, well maybe because of that, but something else. Battlefield 5. I know that's a shitty transition, but let's talk about Battlefield 5 for a second. They're saying Battlefield 5 is being outsold like, Call of Duty is outselling Battlefield like 82% or something like that. And you want to know why they're saying that Battlefield is doing so poorly in pre-orders?
I don't know.
Okay, because the cover of the video game has a woman on it.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's that again. So a lot of people are saying that people are boycotting because of that and don't want to see it, and they don't want to put a woman in there, or a woman wasn't in World War II, even though women that are still alive in World War II were calling them a dumbass. You know, they were there. So yeah, so that's the stuff going on with Battlefield 5, and that's it. Let's talk about some other stuff. Let's talk about some good stuff that I like, and then let's talk about Spider-Man. Now, the reason I want to talk about Spider-Man because Spider-Man has a game coming out next week. Big deal. PlayStation has been promoting this. Sony's been promoting this. Marvel's been promoting this. Matter of fact, the game is called Marvel's Spider-Man, and it's going to be a big deal. It's going to probably be the biggest selling games on PlayStation of the year. But there's been controversy with this game also, Eli.
Oh, no.
Yeah, here's the controversy going on with this game. So, they showed the game at E3, you know, Electronic Arts Expo. Well, I probably fucked it up or whatever. They showed it there, and they showed the graphics. People were wild about how great the graphics look and how great Spider-Man looked and moved and the environments and stuff like that. And now, pictures were released, you know, I guess last week or something like that. And they're comparing the pictures that were released last week to the same pictures that were released in E3. And they're saying it doesn't look the same. They were looking at the picture. They saying Spider-Man's suit doesn't quite look the same. They're saying the enemies don't look the same. Background look the same. And they were looking at the ground. They know the puddles look like much. You know, there were more of the puddle. It was more reflective in the E3 demo. But on the picture that they saw, the puddle wasn't as big or wasn't as reflective. So that caused a controversy. And Twitter has called the controversy Puddlegate. So. Big deal going on right now. People are upset. They're saying that the game has been downgraded. It doesn't look like they said it was supposed to look how they presented in E3, and they think that Sony's doing like a bait and switch on them. And the funny thing is, Eli, that this has actually happened before in video games, and it's actually like a thing people really don't like. I'm gonna just rattle off some games that have done this shit. Halo 2 did this shit where they completely showed a completely different game at E3. And it looked like the greatest game ever, but when we got the game, it was released, it was like something completely different. Killzone 2 did this bullshit. Watch Dogs did this. So you got these games that are just showing you one thing at E3, you know, to get the hype and anticipation up, and then when the game actually comes out, it's something completely different. So people are wondering, did Sony do the same thing with Spider-Man? You know, present us one thing over here, and then do something completely different over here. So I don't know. We'll have to see. It's not going to stop me from getting the game. I'm still going to get the game. I'm going to live stream it on my channel, so you can feel free to watch it then, and we'll judge for you, and I'll judge for yourself whether or not you think the game was a downgrade or not. Um,
Other than that, this is just the internet bitching again.
internet bitching. It's a lot of internet bitching. Yeah,
Of course.
because that's what the internet does. So, yeah, like I said, we can move past that and actually talk about now. Before we actually get to the comic book section, we talk about comic books that we reviewed. We do have to address some stupid shit that's actually happened like the last 2 days. And Eli, I know you were at work, so you're getting a chance to catch up on everything. So let me get you caught up on what's going on right now. So, have you ever heard of Alterna Comics?
Oh yeah.
You have heard of them?
Mhm.
Oh, cool. I've never heard of them before this. Okay, so cool. I'm glad you're on your comics.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm not sure what titles they got, but I've heard of them.
Okay, I will get to that in a second. But anyway, this is what's going on right now. So, Alterna Comics, the CEO of Alterna Comics and the company itself released uh they released a statement or updated their policy of what it's in a job description to work there, and they have banned uh chain blocks. I meant to say they have blind chain blocks. So what that means is that their creators can no longer do what like a chain block, where they can just block certain people that are harassing them online. Like they can just target them by like a certain name. So if they say like Comicsgate or Soy Low or some bullshit like that, they can just block them and just be done with it. So they banned them from doing that. They said you can't ban
They
anybody.
blocking.
Right, they block the blockers. Yeah. So now they ban blocking. So they're saying that if you work for them, you are not allowed to chain block anybody. Now you make him block. Matter of fact, you can't block anybody. If anybody give you issue, you have to talk to them. That's what it said in the statement that they get. Like you have to talk to management about who's harassing you. But other than that, you're not allowed to block anybody. You're required to interact with people on social media. So when that happened, they're saying that okay, if we work for you, you have to not block people. People started quitting like left and right. People were quitting left and right. One dude, and there's this group, there's this book they have called Sleep Ship. They said the entire creative team quit that book Sleep Ship, and they actually released the entire book online for free. And they're saying instead of paying them the money, Alterna Comics, how about send that money to like your favorite charity? We're giving you the book for free. Just read it for free, but we don't want you to give them their money. So that's what's going on right now. Alternate Comics is banned their workers from doing this stuff, and their workers are quitting left and right. But Eli, I'm reading the Twitter comments, and I think everything might have backfired.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I think what's going on is people that like me didn't know who Alternate Comics is, and because the thing is, they're blocking Comicsgate folks. That's what they're doing. They're blocking the Comicsgate folks because the Comicsgate folks are attacking them by the hundreds. You know, so they just don't want to be bothered with them. They're saying they have to be attacked by Comic Gates. So now the Comic Gates folks are looking at Alternative Comics like, oh, so you guys are pro Comics Gate. Okay, well, I'm going to buy every book you can get. I'm going to buy 2 of them. I'm going to buy 2 of them and buy digital. I'm going to do everything you do. You can just join a new fan. So I'm seeing nothing but comics of that. And, you know, all these guys in the profiles had like front pictures of their profiles and stuff. So obviously, you know what Comics Gate is all about. So that's what going. It seemed like they actually gained a new fan base by doing this bullshit. Now you could say it's 2 things. You could say that maybe the CEO is pro Comicsgate. That's why he did this. You could say maybe because they are a smaller group that they don't have the luxury to ban people. You know, they're not Marvel or DC. They're not selling 100,000 books a week. You don't have the luxury to say, okay, I don't want to listen to you. They gotta not turn down any dollar. So it's multiple ways you can look at this, but yeah, I don't know. It's a slippery slope that's going on right now. That's all I can say.
I wonder what they got. Like, what titles do they have?
I mean, they were rattling off some books. I've never heard of any of these books before. You ever heard of a book called Eden?
I don't know.
Okay, that seemed to be their most popular book, but all those guys quit too.
Okay.
So
because I'm like, well, if it's for comic gators, what are they going to do when there's a chick on the cover, or a black chick on the cover, or a gay black chick on the cover?
Just do what they've always done: harass the shit out of them.
Like, oh.
But that's what they're gonna do, is just harass the shit out of them until they run them out of the business or run them off of Twitter or anything like that. But now they can't even run them off Twitter because if they work for Alta Comics, they can't leave Twitter. Like, you have to be on Twitter and talk to the fans. quote unquote fans.
I mean, I get what they're saying, but yeah, if somebody's being an asshole, you know.
But that asshole is a paying customer. I'm not defending it. I'm not defending it.
Yeah,
I'm just saying,
guess I can see what they're saying, but it's also like, you know, if they're harassing you, you know, there's got to be a line, I guess.
Right.
I'm just, you know, morally, I'm being a superhero. I'm in the
Right.
mindset of a superhero right now.
And Mark Wade, you know, made this long Facebook post about this same thing also, basically saying that, you know, he's standing with creators that are getting, you know, harassed and bullied by alternate comics. He was saying that just because you comic gators, you may buy the books, you may spend money, that doesn't give you 24/7 access to these people. Like when they don't give you the right to harass them. And you know, you have some other people making tweets about the stuff like that. Well, but they don't have the right to get my money. I can, if they work for me, you know, they go all this stuff. And one guy even got so pissed, he said he's gonna cancel his pre-order of Spider-Man PlayStation just because he didn't want to spend money on Marvel anymore.
Okay, now this is Twitter, right?
This is Twitter, yeah.
So, I mean, Twitter, I mean, can they do that? I mean, can they, like, doesn't Twitter have some sort of guidelines on hate speech and harassment? So,
in theory, they do.
But, like, can this comic company regulate what another company does, I guess?
Well, I don't think Twitter has a say-so on what they do. Yes, Twitter is supposed to step in and stop harassment. They're supposed to. They never do. It's like very, very, very rare occasion. Now, they will do it if it makes like national news and stuff like that. Then they'll step in. Like when Leslie Jones from Saturday Night Live got harassed by that Milo douchebag or whatever, then they stepped in. But this is comic books. This isn't making enough news to catch Twitter's attention. Like, this is only stuff that we care about. In the grand scheme of things, and that's why I keep saying this Comicsgate thing. This Comicsgate thing isn't even really a thing. They want it to be a thing, but it's not a thing. It's really just a bunch of angry nerds screaming into the void. That's all it is. And because comics is struggling right now. Everything they're doing, if they say they care about comics, everything they're doing is hurting comics even more than what it's already hurting. You're driving away good creators. You're driving away fan bases. And half the time, these folks that are complaining about the shit aren't even reading the books.
Yeah.
Like when Thor was always a struggling comic book. They weren't reading Thor. Thor became a woman. All of a sudden, they got angry and shit like that. Well, if the comics were selling, they would have left Thor alone. They had to change it up to sell because when they made him a woman, then the book started selling.
Yeah.
So,
all of a sudden, yeah.
So I don't understand what these guys want. They're complaining. They saying don't change our characters. Don't make Thor a woman. Don't make Iceman gay, stuff like that. But then when
don't have politics or whatever in the comics.
Right. But then when they make brand new characters like America Chavez, like Mosaic, then they reject that shit. Then they still get pissed. You know, get this shit out of my comics. Like, you don't have to read the shit.
Yeah. What about the new age of superheroes? What's going on in DC? How's that shit doing?
Right. Then you got other people that are complaining.
Those weren't all just minority characters, you know.
Right. And then you got people always complaining. When I go to my comic shop, and then somebody with blue hair walks in, everybody just stares until they walk out. Like, oh, now they're harassing people in comic shops now.
Oh, really? That sounds like the Big Bang Theory now.
Right. No, but that sounds like the nerds being the bullies.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I thought that was our job.
That's our job, right?
Should we make a disc tape?
I don't even want to get, and honestly, that's the reason I haven't even been talking about Comicsgate, because the thing is, I know who is behind Comicsgate. I know who started Comicsgate. I was there from the very beginning when the flames were started and what exactly started it from the beginning. That whole milkshake bullshit. Now, the reason I've been avoiding Comicsgate because there are certain people profiting off this bullshit. And I want to make sure that I don't want to put another dime in their pocket off this shit.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. That's why I've been avoiding this shit. But everybody else around in the Outright Geekery podcast has been talking about.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't want to sound racist myself, but damn, white folks, they get really mad about racism. Like, oh my God, people are so racist, and people of color are like, well, yeah,
Right.
we're used to this shit. They
Right.
get way outraged, man. They,
That's why we're not
you
even
know,
really tripping on Trump, really. Like,
yeah,
he
like,
might be a racist. He might have said the N-word. Oh, that's what makes you think he's a racist?
yeah,
So, yeah, it's just like, it's a Tuesday, really.
yeah, man. You know, I mean,
Uh,
hey, thank y'all for sticking up for us. So, not
yeah,
shitting on.
because
Yeah,
honestly,
good looking out, y'all.
good looking out. Because the thing is, we have to say it. Look, we can scream about racism every day of the week. We just scream
Yeah,
into the void ourselves.
yeah,
Until a white person says it, that's when people start paying attention.
yeah, basically, yeah. So,
Yeah, so yeah, we appreciate you. More on our side, more power to you.
yeah, yeah.
So, but don't take it too far, like Get Out. Can we move on to the next part of the podcast?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's actually talk about comic books this time. Let's talk about the comic books that we reviewed this week, comic books we talked about this week, saw. And to be honest with you, Eli, this week was some bullshit.
Yeah, I was like telling you before. Like, I went to pick up my pull list, and then there was nothing in it.
Right.
And we ain't got nothing there, man.
Right. I'm looking on Comixology, and I'm thinking I'm gonna see. Okay, let's review some Bendis today. Maybe Doomsday Clock drop. Maybe there's a Batman book we can review. Maybe let's see what we have. None of that shit dropped. I'm like, nothing.
I'd go to the shelf and.
I'm like, what the fuck? What happened to comics? Did they take a week off? Like, this is literally the worst week we've had since started this podcast. Since we actually started reviewing comics on this podcast. So I'm like, but you know what? Fuck, we powered through it. I'm gonna go ahead and review some books anyway. It was only one book that I saw that I was like, okay, I'm definitely getting this one, and that's Extermination 2.
Okay.
Now, Extermination 2. Now, the reason because the first issue was very interesting. I wanted to know where this story was going. So yeah, finishing off with the story. The book starts off in New Jersey, and there's some guy grocery shopping buying 2% milk named Calvin Rankin, and he gets shot in the throat by Cable in the grocery store. He's buying 2% milk. He deserves to. He gets shot by Cable. Going past that, then the X-Men are having this meeting, because they're having this town meeting because Cable died last issue. So
I was just about to say, I thought Cable was dead.
Oh, yeah, okay, let me rewind. Let me back this up again. Okay, Cable is dead, but there's a teenage Cable running around.
Oh, okay.
And the teenage Cable killed old Cable. So yeah, so the teenage Cable is the bad guy of the story so far.
It's like Looper.
It's like Looper, yeah. He time loop, whatever. Okay, so the X-Men are all in the mansion, talking about what happened and mourning over Cable and the other vampire storm from alternate reality, whatever, like that. Everybody's so sad. So you got the X-Men and the OG X-Force. You remember the X-Force from X-Force 1 and shit like that? Your boy Warpath, my girl Boom Boom, Shatterstar, Domino, whoever the fuck was else on the team, I can't remember.
How was Warpath dressed this time?
Like he always has, like he's been dressed since 1972.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nothing's changed. He didn't do shit. He just stood with his arms folded, just stood back the whole time.
like the fucking Indian outside the cigar shop.
Right. He's just a statue. That's all he was.
Just a statue.
Right. All right. So you had the X-Men. They're sitting there talking. They're like, okay, so what are we gonna do? And then Kitty Pryde comes up with the solution. She's like, okay, since Iceman has been kidnapped, we're gonna split the X-Men into 4 teams. I got 4 teams going on. One of you gonna take one of the teenage X-Men. You're gonna go to a separate location. That way, if this other assassin comes or Ahab and his hounds come and attack us again, we'll be ready for him. And then Cyclops is just like teenage Cyclops is pissed and just walks out of the room. And Kitty Pryde like, wait, where you going? So when he runs out of the room, the other teenage X-Men run after him. We're like, Scott, where you going? They're trying to help. They're trying to help us from getting attacked. And Cyclops is like, they're not trying to help us. One thing, they're trying to sideline us. 2, they're trying to bench us. 3, they're trying to treat us like some little babies, like we can't protect ourselves when Iceman got kidnapped, and it's our job to get him back. It's not their job, it's our job to get him back. And then Angel is yelling at Cyclops, and they start arguing, like, look, they're trying to help us. We're not going to be able to get this done without the X-Men because we got 15 X-Men in the next room. How do you think we're going to do this with just 4 of us? And while they're going back and forth arguing, Jean Grey tells you, will both of you shut the fuck up? I'm trying to concentrate. And while they're stop arguing, all of a sudden, Angel gets shot in the neck with a tranquilizer, and then Beast gets shot in the neck with tranquilizer. You know, teenage Beast gets shot in the neck, right? So both of them are down. And Cyclops looking around, he's like, oh shit, what the fuck's going on? Jean, do a side scan. Where are they? And Jean Grey is doing her side scan. She's like, I don't see anybody. I can't find anybody. Like, Jean, concentrate. Where the hell is he? Okay, in the forest on my right side, something like that. There feels like something there, but there's not something there. Just run in a general direction. You might see something, I think. And because basically, you know, Teenage Cable is a psychic also. He's actually more powerful than Jean Grey when she's not Phoenix, whatever. So anyway, Cyclops runs in that direction. He sees the assassin that took down those two guys. He grabs them, tackles them, and starts punching him in the face. And he's like, I'm gonna kill you for what you did to. And then he looks at his face. He's like, Cable? And it's Teenage Cable staring right at him. He's shocked. So Teenage Cable kicks him in the ribs and run off, stuff like that. He runs over there to Angel. He sees Jean Grey. She's like, nah, you stop right now. You're not gonna go another further. I'm gonna take you down. And he's like, no, you're not. And then he grabs Angel and he says, body slide 2. And he teleports out of there. They're gone. That's it. Older Beast picks up younger Beast, takes him to the med lab, you know, wakes him back up and stuff like that. And then they're arguing about, okay, now we're 3 down. What are we going to do? How the hell is Cable still alive? And then the X-Force is like, fuck that. We're going to find out what happened to Cable ourselves. But before they can find out what's going on, Ahab busts through the door. Ahab breaks through the wall. And he's like, I'm here to kill the teenage X-Men, and I don't give a fuck how many X-Men in front of me. Y'all not going to stop me. And then Rachel Grey, and I don't have time to explain who Rachel Grey is if you don't know who she is. She looks at Ahab and she's like, you monster, you murderer, I'm gonna take you down right now. And then, you know, she attacks him. Ahab stabs her in the shoulder, shit like that. He's like, nah, you were my best hound, but you're nothing to right. And then they're like, oh, Rachel. And then they're like, don't worry about Rachel. She's gonna be fine. You need to worry about my other hounds that are coming to kill you. And he turns around and it's old man Logan with the hound tattoo on his face, ready to kill everybody. And the book ends. So.
Okay.
So, pretty cool book. I didn't explain it that Old Man Logan was one of the X-Men in the room with them at first. He was just sitting there chilling, just listening to the plans like that. But now he's evil. So,
okay.
Yeah, I still like the book. I know they're going to eventually kill off these teenage X-Men, stuff like that. You know, some more business bullshit. Give it a 4 out of 5. Interesting to see what issue 3 goes. So, yeah.
All right, cool. Well, since we're doing Marvel, I'll do my one Marvel book I read. I got Web of Venom, Venom, the Venom in Vietnam book.
Okay.
So this is basically a prequel book about Rex Strickland and his crew. That was his crew of symbiotes that went to Vietnam. Now we've been learning through this new Venom run that a symbiote called the Grendel, the very first Null, which is the god Null, symbiote god, came to Earth a long time ago, and Shield found it frozen in the ice and used some of its strain to experiment on Vietnam soldiers during the Vietnam War. And that's basically what this story is. It's
so he was trying to make super soldiers.
Yeah, and
cool.
they made symbiote soldiers, so to speak. So that's basically what it is. Fury gets Wolverine to go investigate these strange goings on in Vietnam. For one thing, because they want to keep it under wraps, you know. And they get in contact with Rex Strickland, and they fight a bunch of the symbiotes, and yeah, that's basically all it is. And you know, I was a little disappointed that this is just a one shot, because I thought this was going to be like a whole arc. So, little disappointed that it was just one issue. So, I mean, I'll give it a 4 out of 5. It was still a lot of fun. It's got elements of The Thing and Predator and all that shit. But yeah, it's just a one-shot book. I guess the next book is going to be Carnage, about Carnage. So,
okay. Yeah. Has he showed up in any of these books yet?
Not that I've seen, no. So,
okay.
I haven't seen Carnage yet. So, and who knows? I mean, the ad, I mean, the art looks really cool. So I'm hoping they have a darker, more realistic take on on Carnage as far because I always thought he was kind of a cheesy serial killer.
He's 90s.
Yeah, yeah, and like just the wisecracking. They were trying to jokerize him. I just yeah. So yeah, 4 out of 5.
I don't know, Eli. I'm kind of disappointed. You've been giving these Venom books 5 out of 5 left and right.
Yeah, like this. Like I said, I thought this was going to be like my book of the fall. You know?
Yeah. I mean, you had me worried. You made me think you were going to get Valiant on me.
Yeah.
Venom 6.5 out of 5.
Yeah, I was really like looking forward to this book, and then it was just a one shot. I was like, oh, that's it. It's like, oh man. So that's basically how it was.
Oh,
So,
man.
but it's still a lot of fun. I just like, I thought it was going to be more of an ongoing, at least like a 4 or 5 issue run or something like that. So, but it's just a one shot. So.
Okay, cool. Like I said, this week was slim pickings, so I was just digging for any book I can find. I honestly just went eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and pick one, and I just decided to review Marvel 2-in-1, The Thing and Human Torch. Now,
Okay.
let me get you caught up about what's going on with this book. Okay, so Johnny Storm and Ben Grimm are in an alternate universe right now, and they have lost their powers. And the universe they're in is a New York City that has been conquered by Spider-Man. Yeah. So evil totalitarian Spider-Man has taken over the universe, and they're trying to send out a signal to get somebody to come and rescue them. And somebody answers the signal. And I'll get to a second of who answered the signal. So right now in the desert, Johnny and Ben are driving, and they're arguing, and Johnny tells Ben, fuck you, if I ever see you again, I'm gonna smack the shit out of you. I don't want to see you again because you lied to me. You told me Rhea and Sue were still alive. You knew they were dead, and you got me on this wild goose chase looking for them, and now look at us, we're in an alternate universe with no power. So once we're done, I'm done with you. But before they can do that, they get this radio call from Amadeus Cho. Not the 616 Amadeus Cho. He's regular Amadeus Cho in this one. He's helping them out. And he says somebody is asking for you to come to the middle of the city, because they specifically come looking for you, and they're holding the town hostage until you come looking for them. And they realize, oh shit, yeah, this ain't the good guys coming to rescue us. That's the bad guys looking for us. So obviously bad guys from the 616 have jumped over this universe looking for them. And it turns out the villains that are looking for them is the Mad Thinker. The Mad Thinker is here, and he stole some kind of device from one of their friends to give like 3 other bad guys superpowers, and they just call themselves the Fantastic Four now. And they said, but in order for us to be the Fantastic Four, we have to kill off the other 2 Fantastic Four members so we can be the only ones left. So while they're threatening everybody in the city and stuff like that, Ben and Johnny just show up, no power, stuff like that. We're like, oh, you were asking for us? Well, we're here. What do you want to do? So the bad guys just start attacking, the evil Fantastic Four start attacking them. But the thing is, even though they have no powers, Johnny and Ben have been doing this for so long, they know how to react against these guys, and they still beat the shit out of them. They know where the time is going to be, so when one of them goes invisible, Johnny just smacks the shit out of him. He's like, look, my sisters have been invisible, and she's been terrorizing for years. You're not going to sneak up on me because being invisible, Mad Thinker somehow has Mr. Fantastic powers. He's able to get the best of Johnny Storm, but Ben actually runs him over with a pickup truck. He's like, that's going to stun him for a while. We need to get out of town. So they drive out of town, and Johnny's like, where you going? We need to get back to the town because the evil Fantastic Four is going to terrorize the town if we leave. And Ben is like, no, I'm being smart. If we leave, they're going to chase us. If they chase us, they'll leave the town alone. You're like, damn it, I hate when you right. But before they can do that, they look in front of them, and they see an army headed towards them led by Spider-Man, who's coming to kill them. They're like, oh shit. So they see a spider army in front of them, the Fantastic Four behind them, and somebody shoots a rocket launcher at them, and the pickup truck flips over, and they happen to like crawl away from it, and while they look like they're about to pass out or fall unconscious, Ben Grimm starts to rock up and gets all his rock powers back. Johnny Storm starts to flame up and shit like that. And then somebody stands over them and says, little brother, you always get in trouble. And Johnny Storm looks up, and it's Sue Storm standing over them. And the book ends. So, the thing about this book, actually was interested in when it first came out. Now the Fantastic Four, the Fantastic Four are back. It just feel like why is this book even still going? Why is it a thing? Especially since whatever going in this book has nothing to do with what happened in the last Fantastic Four book. So this book is just, I don't know, just waiting its time till it gets canceled, I guess. So
It was like, weren't they looking for Sue and Reed?
yeah, they were looking for Sue and Steve Reed, but they were looking for him in the other book also, but they're looking for him in 2 different places. So it's like, so why does this book even exist? I give it like this. It was a fun read. Evil Spider-Man, Mad Thinker being a dumbass, stuff like that. It was classic. I give it 3.5 out of 5. 3.5 out of 5. It was a cool read, even though it was useless. So.
Mad Thinker, wasn't he on? Was he on one of the Netflix shows? Oh no, what am I thinking?
No, that was, you talking about the guy that invented Daredevil suit.
Oh no, was that no?
No.
Oh shit, I'm thinking of the Flash.
No, that was the Thinker. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
and
the,
don't get it confused with on Spider-Man Homecoming, one of Vulture's goons. That was the Tinkerer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Yeah, I got nothing else. So.
Okay, I got a few left, so I guess I'll just do these 2 DCs, but together. I read the Joker Daffy Duck and the Lex Luthor Porky Pig.
Which I'm still mad because I wanted to read that one, didn't know it was out yet.
Yeah, so first off, I mean, the Joker Daffy Duck, it was just pretty cartoony. Basically, Daffy Duck gets hired as one of Joker's henchmen. And
let me ask you, do you know who wrote it?
Who did write this? The credits. Scott Lobdell. Lobdell.
He's okay if you need. Okay.
Then Brett Booth and Norma Rapmund and Andrew Dahlhaus.
Yeah, that book sounds like I love the '90s.
Color, yeah, they're on the art. So basically, yeah, Daffy Duck becomes one of the Joker's henchmen. He realizes Joker's about to kill everybody at a carnival. He foils the plan just in time for Batman to come save him. And but because he was part of Joker's henchmen, he gets thrown into Arkham too. So that's about it. I thought, I mean, it's fine. Like I said, it's like a cartoon. It's just a straight up cartoon episode. I was thinking, because I've read some of these, these DC, Warner Brothers and the Hanna-Barbera mashups, and some of them take really like dark, sophisticated takes on these characters. Like especially like the Flintstones and the Jetsons, and I wanted to read that Elmer Fudd and Batman book. I never got a chance, but I heard good things about that.
I reviewed it.
Yeah. So I was hoping,
I'm going to talk about that one in a second, but yeah.
Yeah, and I was hoping this Joker Daffy Duck was going to be like dark and twisted, because originally Daffy Duck was like a Looney. He was like a Looney Tune. He flipped around, and flipped there. He was crazy.
Right.
And so was Bugs Bunny before he became like a wise guy. They kind of flipped around, going nuts. So I thought that they were going to I was thinking it was going to be more of like a tale of madness. I don't know. Maybe I'm just wishing for another story. I was thinking what if
you had a better story than they did.
Yeah. Like what if the Joker drove Daffy Duck insane, or vice versa?
Or vice versa. Yeah, that was gonna say.
Yeah, Joker used to watch Daffy Duck cartoons. I don't know. I was hoping for something a little bit more dark and twisted, but it's just a straight up mashup of cartoons, comic book cartoons and stuff. So I give it a 3 out of 5. It was okay, but this Lex Luthor Porky Pig, holy shit, was this great?
All right, now who wrote that one?
This is by, let me see, writer Mark Russell.
Never heard of. There's a reason I'm asking you this. I'll come back to it in a second.
Yeah, Brad Walker, Andrew Hennessy, and Andrew Dahlhaus on the art. And basically, this is Porky Pig. He's like a failed millionaire, failed Bitcoin currency millionaire.
Modern time, okay.
Yeah. He gets hired by LexCorp and put in charge of social media. So this whole book is just a whole take on just a whole comment on social media, trolling, the social justice warriors. It takes pot shots at all that shit, and it was I was laughing my ass off. I was like, this is in a really clever way, there was this bit on there about somebody was stealing the sandwiches out of the break room. Somebody was stealing people's lunches out of the fridge in the break room. And so Porky Pig is like, we would demand justice. This cannot go on. So he puts like an alarm on the refrigerator. So every time somebody opens the refrigerator, the alarm goes off. So the alarm keeps going off, and then people are getting tired of all this outrage. So it makes all these parallels to toxic social media, and I was like, wow, that was really cool. I didn't expect that. So yeah, I give this a 4 out of 5. This was a lot of fun. I mean, both books have also like bonus stories in the back
where they're more cartoony.
Yeah, they're more. Yeah, they're drawn in that cartoony style. The Daffy Duck goes to Arkham, and then Porky Pig is like tries to sell like Acme products to LexCorp in his bonus story. So, but like I said, like that's what I was I was expecting that twist for the Daffy Duck Joker one, because the Lex Luthor Porky Pig, that caught me off guard. Like I didn't expect it to go there. I didn't expect it to like address all these, the current social climate. So I thought that was really well done.
I'm gonna go back and read that one anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, it's good. Check it out.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I'm saying the reason I kept asking about the creators because remember when I was talking about Batman and Elmer Fudd?
Yeah.
So you know who wrote that, right?
I don't know.
Tom King.
Oh, really? No
yeah,
shit.
Tom King wrote that. So remember when we what issue was the Batman wedding or non-wedding? It was 50 or 51? 50?
It was like 52 or 53. Yeah, it was
something.
Like a few issues ago. Yeah.
Anyway, Porky Pig's bar was in that book.
Yeah, that's right.
So basically, what they were saying is that Elmer Fudd book is canon. So I like how they took that whole thing around. But that's I just want to admit that little tidbit there. So yeah. Shoot, you got anything else? Or?
Yeah, I got one more book. This is Boom Studios, Bone Parish #2, written by Cullen Bunn, and art by Jonas Scarf and Alex Gomerez. And this is, like I said, just in time for Halloween. We got all these horror books coming out, and this is like a supernatural crime horror story. There's this drug that takes place in New Orleans. There's like this drug everybody's on. It's made out of the ashes of dead people. So people are storing dead people ashes, and then they're making them experience the lives of the dead people. Like they have these visions of the dead person's life. So that's this drug going around right now, and it's basically about this one crime family that is these drug dealers that are selling it. And while that's going on, all these other drug cartels and mobs are trying to take over the business. So that's kind of what's going on. It's basically a Miami Vice, but with like or Scarface, but with like a supernatural horror element going on. And it's pretty cool. There's some really twisted shit going on. You can tell that the way they make the drug. This new issue, you get a glimpse in some flashbacks of the characters and the manufacturer, the chemist that designs this drug. It's hinting that she goes to some really questionable and horrific ways about developing this drug. So it's pretty cool, pretty twisted. I give it a 4 out of 5. I'm into it. Bone Parish, Boom Studios. Check it out.
Okay. Yeah. Good stuff there. Shoot, anything else we got? Or
that's all I got.
Yeah, that's all I got too. Like I said, it was a shit week. You know what? I think because it was a shit week this week, next week it's gonna be front loaded with a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh yeah, it's the first week of the month.
Yeah, that's what it is. Last week they were just dumping anything there. Just
Yeah.
they made their quota already. So
Yeah.
yeah, like I said, if you listen this long, definitely like, share, and subscribe. If you listen to our sister podcast, Geek Sav, we have a whole boatload of podcasts, Comics Cast. We have This Geeks and Comics, Instruments of Destruction, Hoodoo TV, Get Valiant. All right, Eli, help me out with this one. Talking Vowels.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, I guess there's another podcast where they talk about Tennessee football.
Oh really?
Or something. I don't know.
That's right. Isn't Gomer like in Nashville or something? Isn't he from
I think everybody
somewhere
except
around?
us is in Nashville or Tennessee or something.
Oh, okay.
Outright Geekery is in the Grand Ole Opry. That's where.
Okay.
Yeah, but definitely listen to our podcast. Like I said, listen to them. They may talk about the same books we did. They may say fuck it and skip this shit. I don't know. Yeah, but like I said, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
And we'll talk to you guys next week. Same bully time, same bully channel. Cool.